As part of efforts geared towards promoting women's economic empowerment as well as their inclusivity in key sectors of national development, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Women Affairs, Monilola Udo, this Friday called on the state government and other relevant stakeholders to ensure that gender issues and perspective are mainstreamed into projects, policies, and programs for equitable national development. She made a call at a two-day dissemination and sensitization workshop on the revised 2021 National Gender Policy for stakeholders from the North Central geopolitical zones in Abuja. Clevy News Gloria Ta was there and now tells us more.
Following the federal government's unveiling of the revised national gender policy in December 2022, which seeks to promote gender equality, women empowerment, and social inclusion in all sectors for equitable distribution of the nation's resources and opportunities, the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, in collaboration with relevant stakeholders, organized this two-day dissemination and sensitization workshop on the revised 2021 National Gender Policy for stakeholders from the North Central geopolitical zones in Abuja. Declaring the workshop open, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Women Affairs, Monilola Udo, said the revised National Gender Policy 2021 was designed to bridge gender and social inclusion gaps and achieve parity in all spheres of life, protect women's human rights and mitigate sexual and gender-based violence, as well as advance their participation and representation in leadership and governance, among others. She therefore called on state governments as well as the male gender to support and ensure its implementation in all sectors of governance so as to allow women, girls, boys, and other vulnerable groups enjoy the same opportunities, rights, and obligations in all spheres of life.
We want them to take the message back to their state governors to say, look, you cannot abandon 50% of your capacity and reach your potential and develop at that pace that you're supposed to if you leave 50% of your workforce behind, because women are 50% of the population. The world is going towards knowledge economy. It's no longer physical things. It's knowledge, it's mental capacity, what you can do with technology, with knowledge, with innovation. And girls have been seen from research to be highly innovative and very resourceful. So if you abandon that, how do you want to get to where you're supposed to get to? So this is the message we are preaching today, and we're taking it to all the state governors to please begin to mainstream gender issues in every program, every project that they do.
Other stakeholders at the event also shared their thoughts on the need for women to be incorporated and supported in key sectors of the economy to enable them contribute their quota to national development.
Less than 10 states today have a gender policy. And here you say you are working for women. If you don't have this policy, you have not started working for women. So let's go back home. Let's domesticate it. Is there any, nobody is even forcing anything on you. Go into it and decide what you want for the next 5 years. Domesticate it. Make it a framework that the next governor will also use. Otherwise, what we are doing is pet program for women. We are tired of pet program. We must be brought to be mainstream. We must be brought to the table of discussion, policy, legislation.
We want to urge everyone who is here to please take seriously what we're doing here. If the document is not disseminated, it's as good as it doesn't exist. So we want to encourage every one of us to please domesticate it. As you review it here, please go back to your respective states and make sure that it is disseminated.
We appreciate other development partners who are here, such as UN Women, Action Aid, and other partners who are working in our states to ensure that the lives of our people are improved. And we assure you that when we go back, this policy will also ensure that we domesticate it.
I think the development and review of this policy is a timely one because there has been a misconstrued conception about gender being only directed to the women folk. But I believe that with this policy, we will be able to disseminate and sensitize people on the importance of it and the fact that gender is not only for the female but both gender.
Let me assure you that the revised 2021 to 2026 gender policy will be used in the review of the NSCDC gender policy in order to further mainstream gender perspective at all levels and stages of the core.
While women and youths make up the larger percentage of Nigeria's population, they have mainly remained underrepresented in the political space and other critical sectors of national development throughout Nigerian history. It is hoped that if the provisions of the national gender policy are well implemented, Nigerian women will be provided a level playing ground to thrive and unlock their full potentials. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.